Hello everyone. Happy Monday. Um I have been up for a really long time today. We are back in full swing for school. And I am tired. You do not realize, even though we didn't have the kids today, they don't come back till tomorrow. You don't realize getting up so early can make you so tired so early at night. So, I'm trying to find myself here. It's taking me just a minute. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Deb. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. We are going to be doing a catalog kickoff. The new catalog, and I keep calling it a catalog. We have online exclusives now. So it's new product kickoff. I guess that's what I need to probably change it to, but we're going to stick with catalog because that's what all the stuff says already. But we are going to do that. And one of my favorite bundles, I don't know, I'm falling in love with all of them that I'm working with. But so far right now, this is probably in the top 3, I would say. And it is called Peaceful Dock. So we're going to have 3 days of projects using this bundle right here so that you'll have lots of things. So today we're going to make 2 cards. Tomorrow we're going to make a card and a 3D project. And then we'll have 2 more projects on Wednesday. I have partnered with another demonstrator so that I didn't have to prep all the cards. So tonight are going to be my 2. And then tomorrow will be one of mine and one of hers. And then Wednesday will be both of hers. So, and I love that too, because you get to see some different things because we have different styles. So you'll get to see different styles for the 6 projects that we're creating. Okay, so a couple things with the new catalog that is coming and the new online exclusives. Tomorrow we'll start bonus days. So Stampin' Up! Typically in the past has always done celebration in January, February, and March, but then a couple years ago they just did January and February. Well, Stampin' Up! Has changed. We are no longer having celebration. It is now product of the month. The product of the month has kind of taken over for the celebration. But I guess as like a little, hey, we still love y'all and want you to have something fun in January, they are bringing bonus days to January. So you can earn $5 for every $50 that you spend between January 6th and February the 2nd. Now, a great thing is that even with this, you still earn your rewards, okay? So it's like double dipping, which is fantastic. So save your order until you can get this, because then starting February the 3rd, you'll be able to redeem those bonus days, okay? All right. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Verna. Don't forget, right now I have the paper share going on. I'll get a little closer. This is where you can register for that. There's also a link in the video, so you can pull that. I say that, let me make sure. Hold on. There should be a link in here because I added it in. Of course, now I'm not seeing it. So I'll make sure I add that back in because I hand typed it in. So, but you can do the paper share. Technically, the last day is going to be supposed to be tomorrow, but I'm extending it because I've had a couple people order, and I'd like to get a few more because I know a lot of people are kind of with the holidays. So I will be extending this. So I'll update and make sure I put the link in after we get done with the video. And then the other thing, and I do see this in the description, so apparently I didn't save the other part. But this is the Greenery Lane bundle. This is my Simply Creative Club for January. And that is using the Greenery Lane. And that is these projects here. There's a video on Facebook and YouTube that you can check out that has the information for the club. So it comes with, this month it comes with about $30 in product. Usually it's about $25, but that is because it will include the big washi tape as well. Okay. And then I think that's it. And tomorrow for customers, the catalog and new online exclusives go live. So if you're not a demonstrator, you can start ordering tomorrow. So, all right, I'm going to put you guys down on the table and we're going to go ahead and do our first two projects. Now tomorrow will be a video upload. So it'll be uploaded to here on YouTube, as well as it will be uploaded on Facebook. So let me see if I can get straight. So you'll be able to get all of that just on YouTube or Facebook tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, I'll be over on Facebook at 6 o'clock doing the the last two projects. Okay. Excuse me for just a second. All right. So our first project is going to be this one. I tried to, for tonight, kind of stick with some masculine cards. Now, you all know I love linen thread, and I know masculine cards don't typically have bows, but linen thread works, okay? But if you want, you can take off the bow. You don't have to put that on. But I was trying to go for something that's a little bit just more masculine, because we don't do a lot of masculine cards, and, well, you know, sometimes we need masculine cards. I find I need them a little bit more now than I have before. So, or I also get asked a lot if I have masculine cards for sale. So, I'm trying to be better about getting them and having them available for people as well. All right. And Sharon, happy New Year to you as well. I hope everyone had a relaxing New Year. I did. I got to spend it a lot in the craft room, so that was fun. I got lots done and lots organized. All right, we're going to take this piece of designer series paper and we're going to attach it to the back. Now, there will be a blog post that I will post for all of the cards. And I will post that on Wednesday. So there'll be one blog post with all of it. And then if you do place an order with me of $50 or more, you're actually going to get a full tutorial for all the projects. All right, I'm using some tear and tape around it because I want to make sure that I have adhesive in these little areas. All right. And then we're going to put this down. Although you could probably wait until we do our stamping, but it'll be all right. Because we're going to do some heat embossing, but it's far enough down it won't matter. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put our sentiment down here, and we are going to heat emboss that. So I'm going to get my Versamark and my little embossing buddy. And then our sentiment. I also tried to keep today's cards with minimal ink pad usage and that kind of stuff as well. All right, I'm going to see if I can stamp this down straight. I think that was okay. All right. And we are going to do gold for our embossing powder. I'm going to collect it all on one side. All right. Let me get that little bit off. All right, so now I'm going to use the heat tool. So if you don't like loud noises, make sure you turn your volume down. And we will heat it up. And it will take it just a minute, but once it starts, it'll go quick. And there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna stamp our boat and we're gonna stamp our paddle. So you can also call that an oar, but when I looked it up, paddle was actually the word used more with canoes than an oar, which I thought was odd, because I always thought with a canoe it was an oar. But it was paddle that Google said is used more. So interesting. I do look up stuff sometimes because, you know, I want to make sure I'm right with some terminology. So every now and then I'll look it up. You know, sometimes I don't get out the craft room, y'all. So life things aren't necessarily my cup of tea, right? I'll give you some craft terminology. All right, so we've stamped both of those on here. Now I'm going to die cut them out. So I'm going to pull in, I'm going to pull actually my dies first. And we'll pull that off. And then let's grab this big old boy here and run it through. And I'm going to grab some tape real quick. Let me see where my tape is actually. I took it this weekend for our demonstrator swap in Lexington, and I'm sure I still have it packed away in a different bag somewhere. So here's like a little scrap one I got. All right, so we got that one lined up, so we're going to put that down. And then we'll put this one down. Ta-da. All right. Oops. Let's straighten this one up just a touch. There we go. Okay. All right, so let me move this. We'll need it again for the next card, so I'm just going to set it right there to my side. And make sure I don't lose the dies. All right, there we go. And then we're going to put these together. So I didn't want so much bulk on this card, and so we're going to do our canoe flat. So I'm just going to put some adhesive down for it. And I have run out. Let's grab another one. And I think this one's almost out too. All right, so we're going to attach this one, and we're going to do it at an angle because the boat or the canoe image is kind of at an angle. So we're going to do it up like that. Then we are going to take many dimensionals, and we are going to add 2 down here on the paddle bottom. Then I am going to take my scissors, and we are going to cut right up like this. And this is going to be for this part here. All right. The handle, I guess that's what you would call it on a paddle. All right. And then this is going to sit just kind of like this. So I'm kind of putting it right here into the sentiment, which it kind of fits perfectly there. And it's just going to go up like that. We're going to flip this over and we're going to put regular dimensionals on the back of it. Maybe if I can get them off. Sorry for the sniffling. I know I say that every week. I'm still all sniffles from being sick for 2 weeks. I don't know if it'll ever go away at this point. Oh, story of my life. I feel like I have struggled with sinuses for the past 10, 15 years, and they don't seem to be going away. With medication, shots, all of it. All right. And then we're going to stick this right up here. Just put it there in the center of your card front. And then last but not least, we're going to take that beautiful linen thread and we are going to tie a bow. And if you'd prefer, since it is kind of a masculine card, you could just tie a knot, you know. In like the boating world, they do a lot of different types of knots, so you could definitely do that as well. I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, and then we're going to attach it to that paddle right there. And then last but not least, we are going to add these beautiful new embellishments, and these are called faux bronze pentagons, and they are wonderful, very masculine, and they're actually a little heavy. So that's always a good thing too. All right, so then we're going to stick one here. We're going to do a big one right here, and then another little one right there. All right, there is card number 1. Okay, let's move to the second one, ladies. If you have seen a catalog and you have like looked through some of the new online exclusives coming in, tell me in the comments which one is your favorite that will be coming out. I have a favorite, and this one that we're using tonight is it's in my top 3 for sure. But my favorite one, and I'll show you at the end, is a little church one. So be prepared. There will be an Easter class coming with that one. For sure, because I absolutely love the church one. All right. Let's fold our card base in half. This is going to be our next card here. So again, trying to be masculine. If you don't want the bow for a masculine card, you can tie it into a knot, or you could leave it off altogether. All right, we're going to add our designer series paper. I'm going to put adhesive on all 4 sides. And then we're going to attach it just like that. All right, and then I've already cut out our banner. So what I'm going to do is stamp our sentiment. And it's going to be, "You make life lovely." I think this is going to be my husband's birthday card, actually. Oh, yeah, I love this pattern from the designer series paper. And the designer series paper is what I'm using for club this month for the greenery. Yeah, I could have like a whole pack of just this paper. And I could probably run out of ideas, like not run out of ideas to use for it. So, the adhesive Nancy should be back in, I think it's supposed to be this week or next week. I will look when I get off and let you know. And I can send you a quick text message, but I think it's supposed to be back in this week or next. It may be, it might have said the 9th, so that might be next week. I looked last week because, well, I try to buy a lot of adhesive because like you, I use a lot. So you make a lot of cards, so you use a lot too. Okay, we're going to take our linen thread. Let me close this real quick because I want to do this linen thread first. We're going to wrap it around several times. And I'm going to try not to, I stuck my finger in the ink pad, so I'm going to try not to get the ink on here. We're going to try to keep it from getting inky. And we're going to tie a bow. I'm going to see if I can make this bow go flat across like that. Yay, it did it. Sometimes it doesn't want to do it for me. Okay. All right, and then we're going to trim our ends off. And find the scissors. And we'll go right about there. Perfect. Okay, then we're going to set that aside for just a minute. And I'm going to put this back in that container there. I'm already getting messy over here. Okay. Now I've already done one of the paddles, so we just need to stamp 2 more. And we're going to use Early Espresso again, so it's still all the same color even from our first card. We're going to stamp it once, and then we're going to stamp it again. And that'll be all right. No, let me do it again. All right, I got a little extra piece here. I didn't get it inked up all the way. Okay, let's try this one. Ta-da, perfect. Okay, I'm going to cut this one off. And then, you like the second one? Oh, good. The Friendly Foliage, Pop-Up Petals, and Words of Beauty. Yeah, those are good ones too. The Friendly Foliage, that's the one I did for my club last month. And boy, did I have a grand old time using that one too. You know, you don't realize how much you'll like a set until you really start playing with it. And y'all, I am like becoming a flower. Now, I've always liked the greenery ones, but flowers and greenery all the way around now. Like, I love those sets. Those are the ones that seem to be getting me now. Big time. All right. Let's put this one down. And now there's only one die for it, so we're going to have to run it through twice. And one more time. Let me stick that trash somewhere. All right, and then, are any of you a thrower of trash on the floor while you're crafting? I am not. That would be my, that would drive me crazy. But I know several people who do. It all just ends up on the floor. Now, on the other hand, too, I also have a dog who would eat it all, so I have to be very careful. Vernon, no. I don't want to have to clean it up again. You know, like, I already have to clean up the crafting mess on the table. I don't need to clean up the floor either. So I do have a little trash can that is like right next to, like, I sit here or stand and there's a trash can here on this table right to my right. underneath, so it can go in there. I also have this little trash can that sits there, so when it gets full, I can put it in the other one. And then at my other table, it's the same way. I have 2 trash cans right there at me. No, absolutely not. Yeah, Angie, you might have dogs like me, though, that they like to eat things. So they might get a hold of it, too. The Woolly Friends. Oh, Nancy, that's a good one, too. The Woolly Friends. That one's next on my list to get. I have not gotten that one, but I've seen a lot of projects that are really cute with it. Really cute. All right, let's put our banner on top of our designer series paper. And we're going to have to cut some more of the edges here. Make sure that you don't ever waste these edges. I learned that when I first started crafting. Use every piece of your dimensionals. I'm going to stick that one there. All right, so that's going to go there. We're going to put one there. And there and there. All right. And then let's take all these little backings off. You know, Nancy, Maggie will dig through my trash. Like, we had to get one that has lids on it because she will dig through. She loves the little scraps of cardstock. Loves it. No way, I don't even do well. Deb, well, you know, Deb, you and I are the same. Neither one of us like glitter because of the mess that it makes. Yep. So, yeah, that does not surprise me about you at all. No, yeah, no trash on the floor. I can't stand it. Can't do it. Okay, so now we have our little piece here, or our little paddles here. We are going to pop these up just so that they kind of come off of that white background. Since the edges are a little white, kind of gives it a little bit more of a kind of dimension with it. And again, we're going to have to do some cutting of the edge here so we can put it on our handle. We'll have to do 3 of them. Now my desk, though, Deb, becomes a complete and utter mess. But I do have some organizational things that I do to keep it a little more reined in, but it still becomes chaos. Still gets the chaos. But after every, like, if I design something for a class or, you know, whatever, if I'm designing anything, before I can move on, I have to clean up the whole space before I can move on. I cannot move to a different project until I have completely cleaned up. Yes, I am definitely a weirdo. Oh no, y'all. I cut off the handle. Oh no. I was trying to trim. Okay, we're just going to go with it and then I'll fix it after. Oops. That was a disaster. Okay. And then I need to do one more little piece here. And it's not liking it. There we go. All right. And there. Okay. I'll show you the the good one. I'll put that one on top when I show them all. All right, this one's gonna go up here. We'll stick that right about there. All right, and then we will do this one. All right, so this one's gonna go right about here. Let's move it just back a little bit. There we go. All right, and then we're just gonna lay this one on here. I'm not gonna attach it, we're just gonna lay it there. And I will fix it afterwards. And then we just need to add our embellishments to this one. So let me find where I put them, right here. So we are gonna do a big one here. I'm gonna do a little one. Oops. My putty is coming loose. We're gonna put that one there. We're gonna do another little one there and there. This one's getting a lot of these. And then here. Okay, there we go. There is our finished card. They do, Nancy. You know, a Stampin' Up! Doesn't. They don't have the glitter anymore, but there's lots of things that do have glitter. And oh boy, which of course my nieces love glitter, but I do not. No, no. No, no. And I don't like, and this is so mean, I know it is, but I don't like people who give Christmas cards that have glitter on them, and when you open it, you end up wearing glitter for like 2 months later, right? It is pretty. Don't get me wrong. It is pretty, but I don't like the mess. I know, Deb, yay for glimmer paper because it does not come off. It does not. So, all right, so there are our 2 cards from tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. And again, we'll have 2 videos, or I'll have 2 videos. I'll have 1 video uploaded for 2 projects tomorrow, and I'll give you a little quick sneak peek. That's one of them. It's a little hand sanitizer holder. These are really popular hand sanitizers now. And it was blue, so it kind of reminded me of water. So we've got that. And then this is one we actually made on Saturday for our demonstrator swap. And so Jennifer created this one. And so this is her first project that we'll do tomorrow. So, which I love because it's just all about relaxing, right? I love the, it's almost like a Hallmark movie. It's what it reminds me of, actually, with the books and the hat and, you know, all the little fun stuff relaxing in the water. So anyway, so those are our 2 projects for tomorrow, and I will get those videos uploaded. It'll probably be later in the afternoon, and I will see you guys later this week on Facebook. All right, everyone, have a great evening. Bye.